to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
59. Hey, defense, let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Ready?
Clock now on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
You ready? You ready? Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Big grip.
Clock now on first down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Check safety. Check 4.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Rolling to his right. This is the tight end Fant. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On the double. 951. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Jim.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he's got some space here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there from Ajayi. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Let's go, baby.
It's a gain of 34. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
They'll try to run with a J. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Crunch time, defense. Alert three.
On first down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To throw on second down, Love. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
45. Right. Mike, 45. Check. Rush in. 25. Check 25.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Big stop, let's go. Shit. 45's the mic. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On play action, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on third. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Love. Looking long for Westbrook. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 24, check 24. Mike 51, Mike 51. Nice, sweetheart.
From the gun, Love. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. 51's the mic, boy. 51's on it. 3 bucks. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Love.
It's just me and you.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
What a dot, Cray ball. You see that there, Roy?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go. Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Lock now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Right. Hey, here we go. He's coming. We got
This is a Ajayi. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Check 45 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
To throw on third down. Love. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Lock gonna throw. He completes this to Sutton. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw on second down. Love. Going deep for Eifert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Get him, you got him. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Check pass, check pass. Check,
Throwing on third and long. Love.
Let's go, D.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's go.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Now it's a Ajayi. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Fresno. 45 to Mike. Army.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Got his man. It's Eifert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down. Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Under 10.
Looking to throw. Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go. 45 to Mike. Watch twist, right?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's going to go deep for Conley. That's caught inside the 20. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Watch the whip. Watch out.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run again with Ajayi. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke rolling to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Check 3, check 3. Showing it. Hey, watch this.
On second down, Armstead. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
45, Mike, 45. 45's the mic. Stay with your man.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Eifert has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. That's so.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Check it back. Watch the safety creep. 45, Mike, 45.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Watch twist.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Sponge. No. Say. Watch the eye. Switch. Check 24.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll turn to Thompson, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Running it with Armstead. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. That one good for 33 and a first. Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually have get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escaped and fled for a huge yardage on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Ball game.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Locke. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check four.
Hard. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lock. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Thompson. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Check 50. Check 50.
Check 13. Check 13.
Switch it. Hey, watch the shit.
They toss it to Thompson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Al Woods in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, check my I-7. Now.
Lock to throw for it on fourth. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
They can't stop us.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Jags, it took a week 4.